Hi, Fidel here. Today we're going to make a Neapolitan pizza dough from start to finish. So everything is going to be nothing but Neapolitan pizza dough and pizza crust and the cooking and everything. All of it. Okay, so what do we need? Step out of the video here and I'll just show you. We need, this is 530 grams of 00 flour, or if you can't get 00 flour, please check my website. You'll see a flour blend for that that you can do on your own. We need 14 grams of sea salt. That's what the sea salt looks like. Going to need 345 grams of cold water. And finally, you're going to need some yeast, a very tiny bit. You can see how much that is. There's a very small amount. You can see my pinky side. There's a very small amount there. That's all we need. So, very simply, you can choose to use a spoon. I prefer to kind of just get my hands in there right away. Some people prefer to use a spoon to get started, and I just go straight for it. So, with the cold water, I'm going to dissolve my yeast in there, a very small amount of yeast, and I'm going to go ahead and add about half of my flour. Okay, and just kind of get that all mixed in there like that. And the nice thing about working with your hands is you can feel what's going on in there. You can feel the wet parts, like right there, and you can feel the parts that are still dry, and you can kind of get that all mixed together. So you're not doing any kneading yet. Just kind of trying to get to the moisture kind of uniform throughout the mixture there. Okay. Once that's done, so we know that our yeast is in there, kind of flowing around in that mess. So we go ahead and add our salt. Just add all of it there, and I'll try to distribute it with my hands like that. And we're going to add almost all of the rest of the flour. You've seen, if you've watched some of my other videos, you always notice that I leave like a little handful of flour there. That is to clean your hands when you're done with this mixture. So let's see, I'm going to try to get a zoom here on the camera. There we go. Okay. So again, I'm just going to try to do some mixing and just kind of squeezing in the dry stuff into the wet stuff. We're not really kneading the dough yet, just kind of getting it uniform with the moisture. Okay, and at this time I can start rubbing off the edges of the bowl. It's really good so you don't lose any product. Because I measured this is going to be about 296 grams per ball, and it should make 3 pizzas. And, okay, so you can see it's starting to come together now. Okay, so now I'm going to start kneading with my hands. And one of the cool things that I like to use is one of these like scrapers. If you can't get one at your local like kitchen supply store, you can probably find one at a hardware store in the section that sells stuff for putting putty and things like that, or stucco, or all those kind of things. You can find plastic ones. Plastic ones are great. So you can clean off your hands very easily. So see, I haven't even used that little bit of flour that I had left over yet. At this point I can just take off the excess there. Yeah, so what is the hydration percentage in this? Hydration percentage is roughly around 65%. 65% hydration, which means 100% is flour, and then whatever that is divided by 0.65, multiplied by 0.65. Oh, I'm not going to do that yet. I'm just going to keep kneading. Multiply it by 0.65 and you get the amount of water you should put. for 65% hydration. Okay, so I'll probably put this in fast motion so you can kind of just see it come together. Okay, so kind of kneaded long enough. I'm going to use the last bit of this flour to clean off my hands, and we're going to give it a little bit of a rest and just let time do its magic to this dough. And then we'll be right back for some more kneading. Okay, see it's kind of a patchy looking clump. Well, that's just fine for right now. We're just going to leave that in here, and we're going to cover it up like this, and we'll leave this for about maybe 7 or 8 minutes. Okay, so it's been resting for about 8 minutes, and it still looks a little bit patchy, but it's going to start looking a little bit different. Okay, got a little bit more lighting there for you. You can see it. Okay, so now it's had its rest. It's easier to knead, and you'll start to see it sticks to itself. It starts to get really smooth. That's what that rest does. You see, just a couple of kneads, and it's already starting to look a lot smoother. So yeah, you're free if you want to take it out and work it on a surface. You don't necessarily need to do that. I have a large enough bowl where I can really work on it. So this dough doesn't really need a whole lot of extra kneading because it's such a small amount, and your hands do so much of the work in such a short amount of time that kind of makes up for what one of those large things is that's constantly moving, 25 kilograms of flour and, another 15 or so kilograms of water. So your hands are doing a lot more work in a shorter amount of time with smaller amounts of dough. So. And of course, the resting time will do a lot more. So, okay, so still a little bit patchy. So we can just leave it here for a little bit while longer, and we'll come back and give it one more kneading to smooth it out, and then we'll put it away for a couple of days at room temperature. So that's my dough ball right now. And I will spare you the extra time. You'll see that it's going to be smooth. I'll show you it just before I put it away. last bit to kind of bring out its smoothness. So that's all it needs, and it's going to go into a container for a couple of days. Today is Saturday, so on Monday I'm going to separate this into 3 balls. Or probably Sunday night I'll probably separate this into 3 balls and let it sit overnight, and this will be dinner on Monday. So that's it for this dough. See you in the next part where we continue with cooking this pizza. Okay, let's cook our Neapolitan pizza. Okay, so it's been 2 days. The dough balls have been, well, in bulk it was about a day and a half, 36 hours in bulk, and then another 12 hours sitting in balls. See these balls here? Set that there, and I'll just cover this up for now. Check our fire. Let's see what our fire needs. Our fire needs some fuel. Let's give her some fuel. Okay, fire's all going now, so today's dough balls are bigger because I'm using a different pizza peel, which you've probably already seen in a separate video. Okay, basil. There, okay. Some fresh mozzarella. Oh, my daughter's gonna get mad if I don't put enough mozzarella. If you don't like that much mozzarella, adjust it as the way you like it. Okay. Next. Romano if you like. I like more kind of seasoned with a deeper flavor of Parmigiano Reggiano, so that's what we're using here. Okay, a little bit of olive oil. There we go. Finish it off in the center. Okay, and you've probably seen a video of my my new peels, so this one's pretty interesting because it looks like the top is the bottom and the bottom is the top, but that's not really the case. Okay. And it. There we go. the other peel, the other Essenza turning peel. Now these peels are not great for going like to 2,000 degrees or anything like that, but what they are good for is these smaller ovens. They're not meant to stay in there, sitting there like that for a long time, but they're super lightweight, and like I said, they got these holes in them. It's kind of nice to have. And you can see the bottom of my pie there. Turn. So the larger peels take a little bit more of a professional technique, because they got this swiveling handle and then the back handle, and they're really long. This is very forgiving because it's small and you can kind of see exactly where it's going. And this pie is looking pretty done. We'll just go ahead and dome it. It's okay to leave the pizza peel in here while you're doming it. You just don't want to leave it there facing the flame by itself. Okay, and that is a finished Neapolitan pizza. I'm going to put it here. You can take a look. Okay, and this is the finished pie. You can see the bottom. It's pretty good. Just came out. Looks pretty good. I like that. And this is going to be dinner for later on tonight. Thanks for watching. This is a Neapolitan pizza.